Yo, good morning everybody, this is RavenSky, just checking in with you, giving you a couple updates. Yesterday we started working on filling the setting and filling the pots, and we got 2.5 lines already, and there's 30 pots per line, and the plan is to put like 3 plants per pot, so each line will have about 90 plants roughly. And I'm just getting these laid out this morning on the pallets, and we use the tractor to pick up the pallet once the pots are filled up, and then we drag it over there in front of the next line, set the pallet down, and then move the pots off in position, and then that's how we're doing our lines. And you can't see it from here, but we do have our tar paper down, and we still got a lot more pots left to go. I haven't counted them, so I don't know how many we have. I was expecting to do like another three lines today, maybe 4, by the judging by all the pots we have. And I'll just walk over here real quick and show you what the lines look like. We haven't set up the drip system yet. We're going to do this drip system a little bit differently because we need more volume going into the pots. But essentially, this is what we have going here. And we, like I mentioned before in previous videos, we spaced out the pots about 70 inches, going all the way around it. So that way we got a buddy of ours who's got a 65-inch mower. So he'll be able to get in here and literally just go around all this area and be able to mow in between here, because this grass will get 3-4 foot high if you let it grow easy, and it grows real fast in the summer, so it'll have to be mowed probably twice a month, my best guesstimate. So that's what we got going on. And this is what we're using over here, the tractor. I'll show you real quick what we're using to fill up the pots, because we're not using the dump thing. We're using this, I don't even know what it's called, but it's designed to fill up pots. You can see it hooks onto the front of this. This latches on, and then this scoops right into the dirt, and then funnels it right into the pots. So that's kind of what we got. That's kind of how we're filling up our pots. It's a time-consuming method, but it's really the only way to do it. Now, I guess last year, when they had all these pots set up, they had a guy who was using a shovel and doing all these pots, and said it took him like a week. So this time we're doing it with a tractor. Something else I set up yesterday, and I apologize about the traffic volume. Hopefully you can hear it. Hopefully you can hear my voice over the traffic. This is where I'm going to set up our hydroponics. I got a line put out here, and again, I made enough space for where we can mow going all the way around, and I got it lined up pretty well. And these are the frames that I was making in previous videos, and I got them all leveled off. I mean, the ground is going to get a little bit, bumpy here and there, but each one of these is level. Not the same height because of the ground, but it's level. And this is where we're going to start the floating hydroponics. However, we probably won't get to this for about a week, because once we have all of the pots filled up out here in the pasture, I've got to transplant all of the pots that we have over in the nursery over there. So that's going to take me quite a while. And I have to set up a drip system, but once that's finished and kind of self-managing, then the plan is to jump back over here, start working on the floating hydroponics, which is going to be interesting. I had a gentleman who has a hydroponic farm stop by, and he gave me a crash course in hydroponic growing. And of course, I'm not doing it like he is, because he's using PVC pipes. We're doing a floating hydroponic, But basically, he gave me, he told me the greenhouse is pretty much no good, that I have to put shade cloth on top of it. So I guess eventually we're going to order a shade cloth that's going to replace the plastic, because we need airflow. And right now, even though it's like 70 degrees outside, I don't know how exactly what it is now, but roughly it's been about 70 degrees during the day. It still gets like 100 degrees in that greenhouse if it's closed off. So the plants can't survive in that. So that's why I ripped off the back end of it, and I've got it all raised. So we'll be repurposing that pretty soon. But for the most part, oh yeah, so anyways, he told me that I need to get a pump to push bubbles or something into the floating hydroponic in order to keep the water moving and not stagnant. Which I thought was interesting, because I did a lot of research on YouTube videos, and there were tons of people doing this floating hydroponic without moving water. I mean, literally they were using stagnant water with fertilizer and whatnot, and you know, their vegetables are coming out great. And then according to the guy I met the other day, he said they'll all die. So it's like, you know, it's not that anybody's lying or nothing, but it's like one of those things you've got to experiment for yourself to find out what actually works. And I'm halfway tempted to do an experiment myself with these two, and do one stagnant and then one with moving, you know, air bubbles and stuff, just to prove to myself and, you know, the rest of you out there that you can actually do it stagnant, or that it needs to have air bubbles or moving water. So anyways, that's just something else I'm planning on doing. So just a quick update. Chris is back in the tractor, so we're going to get back on this and keep working, and I'll try to give an update maybe at the end of the day or tomorrow morning. Appreciate you all stopping by. This is Raven Sky, signing out. Later.